Did Garrick marry Roberta? Welcome back to the Tracie Trendy Show, my lovelies. Welcome back to the Tracie Trendy Show, where you're going to get that hot tea pouring hot. All right? You're going to get the answers that you want. Okay? Unfortunately, TLC did not give us the reunion that we expected. No, they did not. It just left the Tracie Trendy Show to dig up dirt. Okay? We want to know, did Garrick marry Roberta? And you know what the answer is, my lovelies? Heck to the no. Heck to the no. No, 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 no. No, he didn't. Okay? And here's the evidence. Okay? Mind you, that on the last episode or so, he's talked about they got their first step in the process of the visa already confirmed. Already passed. Okay, so she made that first step. And then she's got to take all her paperwork. The second process is taking all your paperwork to the U.S. Embassy in Brazil with documents, and you're going to schedule an interview, and then when you go to the interview, they're going to ask you some questions, okay? Now, somewhere down the line, Roberta must not pass the interview, okay? Now, some of you lovelies were saying that the tourist visa was so hard to get, and that's why she couldn't get one. All right, well then, you guys were also saying the K1 was easier. Well, something happened, okay, in the second part of the visa process, because it's the interview part, and obviously she did not pass. Okay, so the second part, you got to go get to the U.S. Embassy in Brazil. You got to do the interview, and then the consulate determines whether or not you are, appropriate for the K1 visa. Now, if you bomb, you got to start all over again. So, the reason I say she must have bombed somewhere during that second step process of the K1 is because, according to the Mnetra, that's a Brazilian newspaper, according to them, they have a timeline, and I will read it. Okay? So they said that Garrick and dannielle officially divorced a year ago, but he hasn't yet married his Brazilian girlfriend Roberta as planned. They divorced so Garrick was able to bring his potential wife Roberta to the United States and get married. The Sun can exclusively reveal that Garrick and dannielle filed a joint petition for divorce in Buena Vista, Colorado on November 14th, 2019. A Colorado court confirmed that the divorce was confirmed on February 20, 2020. The Sun can confirm Garrick's marriage license and Roberta is not issued in Colorado. So, we're at this point, this article was printed in March 22nd, 2020. That's a year and 1 month after the divorce. And still, there is no record of not even an application for marriage. And as we all know from 90 Day Fiance, you got 90 days to do that. Okay? So if she passed the first stage, which she did because we saw that, the second stage is for her to go through the interviewing process and bring documents. And that means showing that you have met in person at least once within the 2 years. And we've seen them met a couple of times. So that process is easy, that little step. So the next thing is other documents. And what those other documents are, I do not know. I do not know. I just know something was fumbled in the second step. And a lot of you guys were saying to keep the tourist visa was hard. That's why she couldn't get it. Getting a tourist visa in Brazil is super, super duper hard. But it seems like the K1 is she's stumbling on K1. You guys said the K1 was easier. But she's fumbling the bag right here. Roberta is fumbling the bag. Now, yeah, there was no license within a year. A whole year goes around, and then some changes. We're past a year. We're a couple of months over a year, and there's no marriage application for Garrick and Roberta. So evidently she's not in the United States, because she would not be here past her time. She only gets 90 days, and that's well over 90 days. She would have to be sent back to Brazil if they didn't get married, and they never filed at all. At all. In the meantime, I guess Danielle's really happy. Her and Garrick were drinking up, having a nice drink at a restaurant, took some pictures with some fans, la-di-da. And of course, I said in my other video, they are buying property, and I thought perhaps, but yeah, maybe Roberta was going to move on in there. But I thought the house was a little too small, 3,900 square feet. Yes, it's a big house, but when you're living with somebody you're in competition with and you don't like, I don't think that's big enough. So, Danielle's name is on the deed as well as Garrick's. That was another red flag. Okay, Garrick and Dannielle. Not Garrick and Roberta. So, and then we see Garrick and Dannielle going out in the town, and you're wondering why. Some people say, "Oh, he posted one picture of Dannielle on his his social media." I don't know what form of social media, but there is one. I can't remember if it was Facebook or IG. I think it was Facebook. That he had one picture of Roberta. That was the picture they had in Mexico. They didn't have any other pictures. No new pictures in the United States. So the answer to me, my lovelies, is quite clear that Garrick and Roberta did not get married. They did not get married. They didn't. No. And that's the court. And there's no court records for a marriage certificate at all. And that's well over, we had, let's see, February, March, April, May, June. Okay? That's 16 months. 16 months. And we're watching the show. That's enough time to get it together and fly it. And the process for the visa is, the steps, I think it's like 6 months to get that. When you get that second stage, you have 6 months to schedule an interview, get your documents together, okay? If not, you do it all over again. That's another 6 months, okay? We're twice over 6 months. We're almost 3 times over 6 months. So, what do you guys think about that, my lovelies? What do you think could have been the snafu in that? What do you think? Okay? Did she got something in her background or something? Or, because you guys said it was easier to get a K1. Obviously, it's not that easy in Brazil. So, what do you think? Perhaps Garrick kind of had cold feet. He may like this single life because he definitely didn't remarry Dannielle. No, he didn't remarry his wife. He didn't do that. What do you guys think? What do you think? Now, do you think they were just scamming us viewers? Do you think this was not for real, or, yes, he might have had some intentions of marrying Roberta, but, if there was some troubles, he wasn't going to go all the way forward with it. He was just going to let it be. He just wanted to get him a little sexcapades, and after that, let it be. If the chips didn't fall where they fell. Do you think Roberta's pregnant somewhere in Brazil? Now, I don't have any proof on that. Okay? And it's well over a year and some change. So, if she was pregnant, when they had that little soiree, the baby would be about a year old. Okay? About a year old. It's been 16 months after filming, so I'm going to just say the kid would have been a year old. So, I'm suspecting that she didn't get pregnant on that little, that weird family outing trip to Mexico, where her whole family's going, you know, there in the house while Garrick impregnates Roberta, or tries to impregnate her. That was all so strange. So strange. But everybody had to go along with it because everybody's on his payroll. Everyone. Danielle's brother. And probably her parents too in some fashion. He's branching pretty good out there. He's doing landscaping as well as building homes. Okay, he's building his own home too. So maybe he thought, I don't need to marry Roberta. I've had my fun with her. Maybe he'll just try again next season with another woman. Maybe he'll just do that. Maybe they'll do that. Why settle down and get legally married and legally tied when he has so many possessions now? Okay, why would he want to mess up his bag and marry and get it all legally entwined with another woman? Dannielle she'll go with the flow. So he doesn't mind letting Dannielle hang around because she's not going to rock the boat for him. So that's what that's probably what it is. There was a snafu, and Garrick said, you know what? Hey, he's tapping out. He could try again with another woman, but he's not going to marry her. He can probably be on season 2 because it's questionable if the Snowdens are going to be on there. So they're going to have to keep one of them. They're not going to get rid of Dimitri and Garrick. No. You're not getting rid of both. Maybe one. If they get rid of one, it's going to be probably Dimitri. And they're going to keep Garrick. And Garrick's going to try again with another woman. That's what's going to happen. That's what I think. What do you think, my lovelies? Drop me a line down below. Hit the subscription bell if you haven't already. And that notification, because that's going to give you that hot tea. Because I'll find it. If it's out there, I'm going to find it. All right, my lovelies. I'll see you all on the flip side.